influences going on. I guess the elevator pitch might be Groundhog Day meets Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were going with.
I haven't seen your previous film, but I believe it was kind of a dark take on Alice in Wonderland. So this is kind of another descent down the rabbit hole and not knowing what's real and what's not.
That one was very art house.
Okay.
Very gothic horror, very Black Swan. Meets Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, I thought I need to make some money, so this time around I'm going to make something a little bit more commercially viable. But yeah, that's and I wanted to do sci-fi. That's the genre I love the most. So I had no money, and I wanted to make a sci-fi film. So I just made it very grounded, something that would work without special effects, more about character. Originally, it was just 3 guys in a room.
Yeah.
That was the pitch to these guys. It was like, okay, Charlie goes to the advisor, goes to Infinity, and that's it. And then it just grew. We got an amazing crew that came on board, and they just bought it, and we just ran with it. And then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
But it also shows that a small, tight cast can carry a movie. And it means actually we can invite half the cast to come and talk about the film.
Yeah.
Without filling the room. I mean, what was it like for you guys? I mean, it must be quite difficult in terms of an acting experience that you kind of do the same scenes over and over again, but each time in different states of kind of mental and physical degradation.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was incredibly difficult, but we had, like you said, an amazing crew that would just literally analyze every single moment. Like, I didn't have to do anything, to be honest. It was mainly like these guys that did it for us. I mean, I don't know how everyone else felt, but for me, they told me what to do, how to sit, how to say the line, literally everything. So I don't know if I've seen you, Jason.
Except losing like 20, how many kilograms you lose?
I lost about 20 kg. I got to about 62. 62.
Well, I did not ask him to do that.
Yeah, he didn't ask me to do that actually. Yeah.
Extreme method acting.
Yeah. No, I had to because I mean the first line that Pierce says is that I'm malnourished. So I mean, if I walked in on set, 80 kg, I'd look like a complete idiot. So there's only so much makeup can do. So yeah.
And was it sometimes a case of looking in the mirror after you'd done your makeup, going, "I look quite healthy, so I must be clean in this in this take that's coming up"?
No, basically, like with the makeup artists who I spent a lot of time with, they would completely just keep retouching my face and everything, making sure that I looked completely like pure utter shit. Honestly, I just looked so bad. But yeah.
And in terms of your experience, so being playing a malevolent kind of welfare officer, were you tapping into any particular experience?
Yeah, there's 2 parts I always said I wouldn't play when I graduated from drama school. One was a paedophile, the dirtiest. The second was a welfare officer. And then this man's completely ruined it. No, he's an excellent writer, director, and art mirrored life in this film, because when I first come out of drama school, started getting bits and pieces of work, but inevitably had to sign on in between these jobs. And while I was signing on, I got sent over to this place in Wimbledon because I signed on too much. So I was sent to this place in Wimbledon to do a special job search. And the man that was part of the course was this man.
I was the advisor.
He was the advisor.
That was marvelous in the movie.
And then about a few years later, this guy gets in touch with me, but we kept in touch anyway. We become great friends anyway. And he says to me, "I've got this role that you might be interested in playing. Have a look at it." And what is it? It's a fucking job advisor. But I will say, this guy is an excellent writer, director. It was an honour to do the film. I won't play a job advisor again, but if I was going to do it for anyone, I'd do it for Navin Dev, man.
So did you cast any other former clients? Or is it
No. With Jason, we met when I was a job advisor. That was a weird job. And that's kind of where I got the idea from, because there would be customers coming in and out, and we would send them on these weird programs, like, go do this, and why? I don't know. And then I thought, what if there was a situation where we would put them in this really messed up memory looping rehabilitation thing, and that's where it kind of started. And I love Philip K. Dick. I love the whole idea of memories and dreams, and I think that's where the core of sci-fi is. It's, you know, you have sci-fi fantasy like Star Wars, and then you have grounded sci-fi like Blade Runner, RoboCop, and that's kind of where the true stories are. And he goes through a massive cathartic journey throughout the whole film, and that's using the loop structure. It is very commercial, but it kind of gave me an opportunity to explore those themes. So each loop reveals another layer of his true identity. And kudos to the cast, because they got it. And they had what was your prep time? It was like, see, I forget all these things. Like, how long did you have? But yeah, they went fully into it, and he was gradually losing weight to the point that his teeth were falling apart on the set at one point. Like, he got so skinny, so the gum was like receding, and
Don't let the Screen Actors Guild hear it.
yeah, you can't work for me. Cool. Yeah.
So did you guys kind of rehearse together for a while before the first shot in order to kind of establish your rapport?
Oh my god, I'm just trying to remember.
It's a false memory.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go back in there. I think we had like a couple of weeks. We had a couple of read-throughs and stuff, and then we went to what was supposed to be the job centre in Woolwich or something. And we spent some time doing a couple of the scenes, and it was really important because it's such a small cast for us to build rapport with one another. And I just remember working in this like really decrepit space in Bethnal Green, where it's mainly set, and just kind of walking around the space and there being like holes and stuff, and you just kind of having to avoid it and just be in tight-knit spaces together. And actually it ended up being a lot of fun. I just remember, because you have to go through it so many times and there's so many different loops, even now looking back at it, it's like, wow, how did we do that? How did I remember that? How did I even remember that we were in this loop or that? But it was a lot of commitment and organisation, I think, because we had a great crew and team on board that were massively supportive. And you have to kind of believe in these projects to do them really well, enjoy them, and I think that's it. Everybody had a lot of belief and faith in it. So that made it easy.
It's funny, I mean, it's something that, you know, that we hear about the acting process, is that when you work on a film or a play or whatever, that actors like to try out scenes, doing them in different ways. And this is like the most literal example of that. Okay, we'll do the scene again, but this time you're the smackhead, and he's the one who's clean. You know? Which must be quite a fun experience.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, as an actor as well, you kind of you really look forward to jobs like that where you get to exercise your abilities and try lots of different things, and to be able to put that all into one film, that's a lot. And I have to, you know, take my heart off to everyone who was part of it. It's a real shame that Brian's not here. He wasn't able to make it, and you know, everyone in the cast was brilliant. Like, Daniel gave it his all. It was impressive to see at what lengths he would go to. And yeah, he did get really unwell. And I remember when we got to the beach, it was a really, really cold day. So if there was any day that I hated the most, it was that day. And I just remember him, blessing me, had like an abscess or something, and just but you know, everybody, you're part of that. You've been doing it for like 2 weeks. I think we've been doing it
about 16 days
by that point. But yeah, I suppose that's how I found it. How did you?
The freaky thing is they shot that beach scene. When you see those beach scenes, it's really cold in there. And every time I kind of see those freaky beach scenes, I want to be there. And then I heard from these guys afterwards that it's absolutely freezing cold. This guy's pure method. He's dropped loads of weight and he's nearly dying. They're out filming in the freezing cold. And then you look at it, it looks beautiful. It's like Tattoo Island. It's like Luke Skywalker. There you go.
Thinking actually of things like the colour scheme and the look of the film, obviously, you know, the beach scenes were tinted in a specific way, but in the rest of the film in general, it felt like the blacks on screen, the shadows, were much deeper than you might normally expect. Did you push the contrast in post-production?
Yeah, I really wanted to make this film like a love letter to David Fincher's films. For me, it was Fight Club. I kept watching Fight Club over and over again, and that was the main inspiration for the aesthetic. And we just built on that. I wanted the blacks to be black. I wanted it to be a very colourful film, and to play each scene, each memory was tinted a particular color to indicate something. So the beach scenes are orange, they're very warm because that's the only real thing in the whole movie. Everything else is fake. His dreams and his abuse are the real things. But yeah, color was very important in the movie.
I mean, I guess that's something that's a lot easier to do these days with digital post-production. With Finch's films, he had to use the bleach bypass process, so it's a real kind of like chemical reaction to the celluloid, so you're not 100% sure how it's going to come out, but at least digitally you can tweak it so it looks exactly how you want.
We had a great colorist, Stefan Ma, who did the grade on this. He was brilliant. And Felix, who shot the film, he's a master. They're very, if I did not get certain people on board, or everyone, the film couldn't have been made. There's no way. I'm incredibly blessed. God's been so good. And yeah, I'm not going to make another one now.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Zoohead 2. Charlie returns. Charlie dead.
Does anyone in the audience have any questions? Yeah, right at the back, if you don't mind shouting.
First off, you guys did an incredible job, and I really want to compliment you on the balance of the material within the film. A lot of the best substance abuse films out there, they tend to lean on a certain aspect of it. Whether it's I saw some hints of like Liquid Sky, with Christiana F, Naked Lunch, Scanner Darkly, and I really want to compliment you guys on not dwelling too much on one thing. Like, for example, there wasn't a lot of repetitive needle shooting. There wasn't a lot of repetitive vomiting. There was just enough.
Quotes of the night.
Even though you had the like time loop and stuff like that, you never dwelled on anything too much. And as a director, I'm sure you're aware of the mathematics of variety versus the production value. Variety is production value. You guys did a wonderful job of balancing all of that out within the substance abuse subgenre and just not dwelling on one thing too much. I thought that was remarkable. I really gotta compliment you for that, because some of even the most powerful films in that subgenre get mired in one thing too much. So great job.
Thank you.
So is there a longer cut where you did linger too much on the vomit?
No, I think we literally used every single thing that we shot in the movie. I mean, when you make something that's no budget, you use what you shoot. So there was an incredible amount of planning. I tend to storyboard and sketch every single shot. And working with Felix, the DOP on this, it was like, right, this is our plan of attack, and we just went in. There were a couple of pickup shoots, which was the beach, because when we shot the beach, it was a horrible day. So there were some things we wanted to go back and do. But Dan, at that point, had become back to normal. He had put on all his weight. So in the editing room, there was normal Dan, and there was fat Dan. So we had to. So that's for the editing. I would go, no offense. Or like, this is a fat Dan shot. We can't use that. So we had to be careful because put on the weight, and kind of like what Christian Bale did in Machinist. I think they had a similar problem when he went back, and it was like, wow, we got a Christian Bale problem.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Alex. A location question. There's an outside shot showing apparently the same house that you perhaps used inside, and a gas holder. I was thinking, that's not down my way at the Oval where we've got gas holders. And then a credit came up suggesting Hackney. Is that where it was done?
Yes,
Eagle-eyed picked that up, yes.
Yeah, very eagle-eyed.
The house is pretty much what you see. That was it. There was no real production design. It was a piece of crap. It was beautiful. The house was a character in itself. If we did not get the house again, we wouldn't be able to make the movie. And I think like 2 weeks to go before we shot, the location owner disappeared. I was like, oh no, we're gonna lose the house. And then literally like a week in, she was like, nah, I've come back, here's the house. So we got the house back. Yeah.
Though you did do a bit of decoration to change things.
Yeah, there were
You picked
little
that
things
up,
here and there, but the house is, I don't know if it's even still there. Is
yeah.
it?
Well, we can find the gas holder, that's not
Because on the last day, I think the last day we were shooting there was like thunder and lightning and our gaffer nearly died on the roof. This was a safe shoot, you know, skinny actor, dying gaffer. I am a good director, don't worry. It's fun.
Thank you.
The last house in Hoxton not to be gentrified.
The only one.
Yeah, towards the back.
It was fantastic. Reminds us Margaret Hitchcock for me, somehow. It's difficult to understand it. Coming from background of medicine, neurology, psychiatry, music, and Charlie, I don't know what kind of rejection he had. That few years back he was small, I put him in the world. Well done, very beautiful, clinically and scientifically based on physiology, neurology, medications. And I hope that this could be a type of thing that could be good for prevention.
Huh.
Honestly, this is very important. And the director has properly very fantastically organized this subject, physiologically, clinically, and everybody, Megan and the gentleman that announced his name, very well done, really. And thank you very much for that.
Thank you. You went to a drug rehabilitation place for prep for this, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Yeah, so, you know, studying all these documentaries and looking at how people suffer from addiction wasn't enough, so I got in contact with someone from WDP, it's like a rehabilitation center, and a week before shooting, I think it was, they sent me an email saying that they would want to have me over, and I thought they'd just show me the facilities and just talk to me about it, but they actually allowed me to sit in with all these people suffering from addiction, and it took about 10 minutes, and all of them just completely opened up to me. It was one of the most, I don't even know what to call it, it was just one of the saddest things I've had to like sit through, because these people were just normal. They were just living their normal life, and it was just one little thing in their life that kind of took them on a different tangent. And it was just so sad, like a death of a sister, or a death of a mother, or a loss of a job. So to hear their stories was just, it took me mentally to another level. And you know, I can't thank them enough for allowing me to be a part of that.
Okay, we've got time for one last question. Yeah, at the front.
I love the movie, but I wanted to ask the director what was his influence for the music, the soundtrack, because I really felt the tension as if I were in a John Carpenter movie. Really tense. What's the influence?
I went Trent Reznor on this, and the music composer Matt Marlowe. Where you at, man? He was a genius. That's a freaking genius. It was weird because I looked at so many people to do the music, and he was the only one that got it right from the end. He was wonderful to work with because he kept just giving me more and more, and it was just Trent Reznor all the way. I kept listening to the Social Network soundtrack when I was writing the script. But yeah, Matt made the music, and you know, the music becomes a character in the movie, like you say.
You guys can be around for a bit. People have more questions in the bar.
Yeah. Get me some tequila,
In Tequila Veritas. And in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for bringing this film to Sci-Fi.
Sorry, I just want to quickly say something. First of all, I just want to thank everyone that's actually showed up, but it's really rare for me to have everyone I love in one room together. I've never had my friends and family together, and for all of you guys to be here for me, for supporting me, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because this is one of the best moments of my life, and I promise you I will never forget it. So thank you all, my friends and family. Thank you so much.
We love you 3000, Dan.